Zambrano is known for letting his emotions go wild, and he's always a beast to deal with on the mound. The rookie in charge of taming that beast and getting a win for the Giants is Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner looks to tame Zambrano and the Cubs, and it's all coming up next. Giants are back home, and they're very pleased about that as we come to you from AT&T Park, Game 1 of this 4-game series, Giants and Cubs. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. This is Jerry Garcia night. So, apropos, you're looking good, buddy. But what we do have here tonight, besides Jerry Garcia bobbleheads, are a pitching matchup that is very intriguing. One guy coming off some weird stuff, the other guy pitching very well.
Well, the guy coming off weird stuff is one of the most established veterans in the National League, Carlos Zambrano, who's 5-1 lifetime against the Giants. Well, that was the power arm of Zambrano. This year, fastball's been a little short, and he's trying to learn how to get other people out a different way, and he's trying to pitch now instead of throw. The other side of the coin is the kid. Madison Bumgarner has been a great story for the Giants this year, and he is a guy who's trying to establish himself, and the way you do it is you beat guys like Zambrano. So a lot on the line for both teams. We're going to watch it very closely.
Game 1 of a 4-game series. All right. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the Wall of Fame, and we're going to feature Rod Beck, one of the all-time great closers in Giants history. Amy's going to do that right after this.
112. That means 50 more games remain in the season, and those last 50 begin right here at home with a 4-game series against the Chicago Cubs. Welcome back to AT&T Park. I'm Amy Gutierrez. So the Giants closer, Brian Wilson, has not only set himself apart as an all-star closer, but he has a unique style. His mohawk hair, his orange laces, sometimes even orange shoes. But he's not the first closer in Giants history to get the job done with a stylish flair. Tonight we take a look back at the late San Francisco Giants closer, Rod Beck, as one of the 46 members of the Giants Hall of Fame. His long hair and Fu Manchu were unique, but the way he threw a baseball was like none other.
Rod Shooter Beck spent 13 seasons in the big leagues and 7 with the San Francisco Giants. In 1992, Shooter took over the closer role from Dave Righetti and posted a record of 3-3 with 17 saves and a 1.76 ERA. He pitched 92 innings in over 65 games and struck out 87 while walking only 15. Beck's best season with San Francisco was in 1993, when he recorded 48 saves in 79.1 innings pitched with 86 strikeouts, including a then-record 24 straight saves for the Giants. The following season, he was awarded the National League Rolaids Relief Award. In his 7 seasons with San Francisco, Beck would notch 199 saves and was a 3-time All-Star for the Giants, earning him a place on the Wall of Fame.
Well, current Giants closer Brian Wilson has 32 saves so far this season and may well be within reach of Beck's San Francisco single-season saves record of 48. More importantly, though, about Beck's hair, Brian Wilson told me today, epic. All right, game 1 of the Cubs and Giants coming up shortly. But first, after these messages, we're going to check in with our Sportsnet Central studios for an update. Stay with us.
Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 56 degrees, winds at 10 miles per hour. The humidity is high, and it is partly cloudy. And that's the fog we were asking about yesterday when we were in Atlanta. Here's the Cubs lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Tyler Colvin. He will lead it off, followed by Starlin Castro, then Nady Ramirez, and Marlon Byrd, who's having a terrific season. Followed by Soriano, then Blake DeWitt, Corey Hill, and then Carlos Zambrano.
Defensively for the Giants, they'll have Burrell, Torres, and Huff. That's your outfield. Renteria, Sandoval on the left side. Uribe Ishikawa on the right side. Freddy Sanchez getting a night off. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs. And on the bump tonight will be the Rook, Madison Bumgarner. And these are his numbers. They're brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. Madison Bumgarner making start number 9. He's 4-4 on the year. ERA 3.20. You're going to see a fastball that he can sink and cut. He'll accentuate the cutter. He throws a curveball and a changeup, and he'll throw anything at any time. Bumgarner, 21 years of age, 6'5", 230-pounder out of Hickory, North Carolina. And the first pitch to Colvin, ball 1. 60 degrees game time temperature. And Colvin swings at a fastball and lifts a lazy fly ball out to Pat Burrell in left field. And just like that, we have our first out of the game. Let's take a look at our Toyota keys to the game. And you got to wait out Zambrano. I mean, the longer you wait right now, the better of a location pitch you're going to get. He hasn't had great command. You have to be patient. And Bumgarner, his last outing was the first time that we did not see good corner command with the fastball. He's going to need that to beat these Cubs. And the Giants need to get Wilson into the game. That usually means a lead late, and that would be a good thing. Those are our Toyota keys to the game. Starlin Castro all set to step in now against Bumgarner. And the first pitch delivered low at 94 miles per hour. Castro hitting 308 with 3 home runs and 33 RBIs. And he has been red hot the last 3 weeks, hitting 387. Cubs are very excited about this young prospect. He has really opened some eyes with his defensive play, and he's got some pop. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. Alan Trammell is the acting manager tonight. Lou Piniella is back in Tampa. His mother, who is 90, is ill, and he is with her. And there's a gapper. And Starlin Castro is going to have at least a double, and he's going to stand up and stop there. So with 1 out, Castro puts himself in scoring position. Now let's watch the pitch. Kind of a belt-high, lazy mistake. And Castro, who's been hot, as we've said, the last 3 weeks, taking advantage of the location mistake. So with 1 out and Castro in scoring position, it's going to bring up Xavier Nady. Nady playing first base tonight. Derek Lee not with the team. And there's a quick strike 1 with a fastball. Derek Lee, native of Sacramento, has left the team. There's a family matter that he is attending to, so he is not with the club. Bumgarner checks the runner in the 0-1 pitch. Line drive to Aubrey Huff. He's there. And Nady retired. And that'll bring up Aramis Ramirez, the leadoff hitter, or the cleanup hitter, rather. Aramis Ramirez averaged down this year. And he has not done well against the Giants of late. The last 10 games, he's hit a .139. However, pop, 16 homers, 53 RBIs. Bumgarner has an open base. Aramis Ramirez is an aggressive hitter. He will go out of the strike zone. He will chase. And the first pitch, down low with a breaking ball. And he falls behind the count 1-0. Jerry Garcia night tonight. It's expected to be a sellout. A lot of tie-dyed shirts, a lot of great attitudes here in the ballpark. And the 1-0 pitch. Foul back. .276 against lefties. Bumgarner set to deliver. Another breaking ball got it in. He fouled it off. 1-2. You see his starts, his record. First couple of starts too well, didn't really have much to show for it. Then he got hot. 4-0 in the starts 3-6. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Good pitch. Trying to bounce that breaking ball in the 1-2 count. Chicago, 47 wins, 64 losses. They're 5th place in the National League Central. And they're looking for a new manager. Bumgarner set, checks the runner, the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball right on the outside corner. And Brian Gomer, the plate umpire, does not give it to him. Just missed. Great pitch. And with an open base, you can go right back out there again. Umpires tonight, Brian Gorman behind the plate, Paul Noward at first, Ted Barrett at second, Tony Randazzo over at third base. And now the 3-2 payoff pitch. High ball 4, not the end of the world. So he uses the open base. And with 2 out, 2 on, that'll bring up Marlon Byrd, the all-star center fielder. Byrd has had a very, very solid season. Hit .310, 10 homers, 48 RBIs. And he's been especially potent on the road. Hit .337, that's 4th best in the National League. First pitch just misses outside with a changeup. Ball 1. Byrd, powerfully built, captain gap hitter. And the 1-0 pitch, high and away, ball 2. So he has worked the count in his favor here. And this all of a sudden becomes a big pitch this early in the game for Bumgarner. Alfonso Soriano, the on-deck hitter, chalking up. And the 2-0 pitch. Right in there for a strike with a fastball, 92. Posey with the sign. Bumgarner comes set, checks the runner, 2 looks on the 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Interesting call there. They went with a changeup. He said that is one of the strengths of Bumgarner. He will throw anything at any time. Right now, Marlon Byrd's going to look for 1 pitch. He can look for a mistake with a fastball out over the plate. Swung through and missed, strike 2. So 3-1 challenge fastball at 91. And that will give the rookie some confidence. And the crowd is into it. Bumgarner taking a long look, and now Byrd calls timeout. One thing that the Giants have been impressed with this young left-hander is his composure. And now he's set. And the 3-2 pitch. A base hit in right field. Huff's going to come over. They're going to send Starlin Castro in. He scores over to third. Goes Aramis Ramirez. So a 3-2 2-out knock opposite field by Byrd, and the Cubs are on the board. Fastball in the outside corner, and Marlon Byrd going with the location. The guy does that. It's a pretty good sign that he's seeing it pretty well. A nice two-strike adjustment. Not much of a hand load. No stride. Just using his hands and throwing it the opposite way. Good at bat. And that brings up Alfonso Soriano. The first pitch in there for a strike with a slider. More of a cutter. Soriano's numbers, 259 the year, 19 home runs, 57 RBIs. Dangerous. And forget about what the last 6 games say. Hitting .164. He's dangerous. Belted foul. A long strike. So a quick 0-2 from Bumgarner. Soriano, a good bad ball hitter. And he can jerk you with 2 0-2 counts as good as a 2-0 count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Right off the glove of Pablo Sandoval, goes into left field. In the score is Ramirez. Over the third is Byrd, and in the second goes Soriano. And it is going to be a double. And perhaps Pablo Sandoval jumped a little too early. Just off the top of the glove. So an 0-2 swing of the bat from Soriano. And the Cubs are in danger of going large in this inning. Dave Righetti out to talk to Bumgarner, try and calm him down a bit. And now Brian Gorman will come out, try and break up the rock pile. So the Giants have a bad break though against them early on here with that ball that probably was close to being caught by Sandoval. Does not get caught. And now Bumgarner trying to minimize the damage here. 2-0 Cubbies, 2 outs here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Blake DeWitt, hitting 276, 2 home runs, 35 RBIs. Been with the Cubs a week. And the first pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Soriano set, and the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. So a quick 0-2, just like the same quick 0-2 he put on Alfonso Soriano. And now he needs the kill pitch. And the 0-2 pitch, swung on a missed, strike 3. So he nails the door on an inning. The Cubs, however, draw first blood. They lead 2-0, and it will be back right after this.
Huff last 11 games against the Cubs. Look out, Chicago. It'll be Posey, the cleanup hitter. Then Burrell, Sandoval, followed by Uribe, Ishikawa, and Bumgarner.
Defensively, the Cubs are going to set up with Soriano, Byrd, and Colvin. That's your outfield. Castro, Ramirez, that's your left side of the infield. DeWitt, Nady on the right side. Coy Hill will do the catching, and on the bump tonight for the Cubs will be the right-hander Carlos Zambrano. Has had an up-and-down year. He has made 9 starts. He's been in 25 games, and it has really not been the kind of year that he had hoped for. Zambrano is a guy who can be intimidating on the mound when he has his regular stuff, and his regular stuff is a fastball, a slider, and a changeup. A couple years ago, he had some of the best stuff in the league. He actually used the split finger for his change.
Here's Andres Torres, who takes a strike. Thanks for picking me up,
partner. In your day.
A little bit of a virus, trying to get through this one, and my partner, very uncharacteristic, gave up 2 in the first. You haven't done that in like 25 years.
Yeah, that's awful. I got to work on that.
Torres hitting .289 with 11 home runs, 45 driven in. Fouls this one out of play. He's never faced Zambrano before. Renteria and then Aubrey Huff. Two and two.
You see the velocity is been kind of a mystery to the Cubs. And a lot of times he's been out there and he has not been able to even hit 90 with his velocity. His heyday, he was mid to high 90s with sink.
In foul territory is Aramis Ramirez, and he will put it away. 1 out. And here's Renteria.
Zambrano, a big fella, 6'5", 270.
Here's Renteria. Renteria at 274, 2 home runs, 21 driven in. Does have the best success against Zambrano of anybody in this lineup. He's 12 for 31. Aubrey Huff on deck, and the 1-1. 1 and 2.
Is it hard when you faced a guy your whole career who's been 95 and above, and all of a sudden you see him and he's below 90 to make the adjustment?
Yeah, you're facing a different guy. Down the right field line, and that'll be out of play. It's almost, I mean, you're happy he doesn't throw like he used to. You're happy that his velocity isn't. I mean, he threw hard.
Yeah, it was nasty hard. It was unpredictable movement hard, scary hard. He was not a comfortable at bat.
Flipped out into right center field. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Bird, who tracks it down. 2 outs. So right now Zambrano just keeping the first 2 Giants hitters off balance, and that'll bring up Aubrey Huff. Huff hitting .304. Takes a strike. 20 home runs, 67 driven in. And Buster Posey on deck. 2-0 Chicago. We're in the bottom of the first. Giants are 19-7 against the National League Central. Low.
Make him work, make him throw pitches.
What did they say? He was going to go 80 pitches?
80 pitches. And there's the split. Zambrano just got put on the restricted list before an outburst that he had during the course of a ball game. Things did not go right. Came in the dugout and just went off. And the Cubs suspended him. They put him on the restricted list.
3-2.
When he came back and said he's going to work out of the bullpen. He wants to be a starter. He's always been a starter. And this is the first start that he's had since he went on the restricted list.
And the walk. And you kind of get the feeling the Cubs picked San Francisco for him to start. It's just about as far away from Chicago as you can get.
Yeah, I think it's a safe haven. June 25th, this was the outburst when he went into the Cubs dugout. And look at the folks around him. And this guy's 6'5", about 270. And he could be a bit scary.
I saw 4 or 5 different guys looking and thinking, who's going to stop him?
It'd take 4 or 5 guys. Because Zambrano's one of those guys, if he puffs up, he just keeps getting bigger.
Posey right at the second baseman DeWitt, and that'll end the inning. After one, 2-0 Chicago. It's Bill Walton, and Bill, welcome.
Dwayne, what a privilege and honor it is to be here on Jerry Garcia Day. Who would have ever thought? 15 years ago today, the world changed. And now everybody comes back here today in a big game here. The Giants. Where's the offense? Mike, we got to find some offense here.
It's coming. We're sneaky.
Sneaky?
Sneaky offense.
So you're not lobbying to fire the coach just yet, are you?
No, not just yet.
Not just yet, okay.
But it has to be torturous. That's the theme of our team this year.
Well, it's torturous now that I'm here to ruin your broadcast.
Well, that's not
we
possible.
will not allow that to happen because we like you. You always seem like a really good guy. Tom Tolbert talks about you affectionately.
Oh, gosh, we love Tom. We miss him. But to be able to come back to San Francisco today, August 9th, 2010.
So was it fun today on the field?
It was tremendous to see so many old friends. And that's the thing you miss. Because being in the Grateful Dead, being on a basketball team, it's all the same. I mean, it's the team, it's the family, it's the fun, it's the events, it's the coming together, that chance to be part of something really special. And then you have that ability, that opportunity to come out and make a difference, not only in the world, but a difference in the lives of so many other people. Whoa. Who's the tall guy in the middle?
As you were speaking.
Mickey Hart on the left. And that's Paul on the third one, the guy in the middle.
Paulie Matt.
Annabelle, she threw out the first pitch. Sandy Sokot, she's the executive director of the Rex Foundation. The Rex Foundation, the charitable arm of the Grateful Dead family. An organization that's been in full swing for 27 years now and have funded so many countless groups with just endless millions of dollars that the band has been able to raise and give away to the people who want that chance, who want to be able to play in the game of life. And so much of the focus of the Rex Foundation has always been about the things near and dear to the Grateful Dead and so many of us Californians. The creative arts, education, environmental protection, and then justice for all.
Saw Annabelle Garcia, Jerry's daughter, who threw out the first pitch.
Gosh, I haven't seen them in so long. They live in Oregon now, and I've had a tough run myself the last few years, so I have been out of circulation. But to be able to get on the airplane today and fly up and see so many old friends here today, everybody smiling, everybody laughing, and just really great. There's Annabelle walking out there.
Well, how's your health? Tell us.
I'm doing fantastic. I've got a new lease on life. I had 18 months ago yesterday, I had a life-saving surgical procedure on my back. 8.5-hour surgery on my spine after my spine had failed me, and I have 4 new incisions on my spine. It was my 36th orthopedic operation, and in that 8.5-hour surgery, they put in 4 4-inch bolts, 2 titanium rods, a big erector set cage to hold it all together, and then spacers between all the vertebrae. And so now, 57 years old, the 36 operations. I've got 2 fused ankles. I've got knees, hands, and wrists that don't work, and now a fused spine. Other than that, everything is fine.
Now there's our man with the Portland Trailblazers.
Block a shot, get a rebound, make an outlet pass.
Throw it down, big man.
Throw one down. Come on. Kareem, the greatest player I ever played against. Oh, my gosh. By far. So much fun.
Yeah, you miss those days.
Yes, but my life, I'm busier and happier, Mike, than I've ever been. And I'm healthier than I've been in 36 years. I had no idea what life was like without back pain. And so I'd broken my back when I was playing for UCLA, and it was just January 7th, 1974. And I lived with it. I fought it forever and ever. And finally, I just could not get off the ground anymore. And I had just such admiration and respect for all these professional athletes who were just out there playing every single day. And particularly the baseball players, the ones who have to be sharp mentally, physically, no days off, just the relentless pressure. I mean, it's very much like the river. And so many of the songs of the Grateful Dead about the river. And, the Black Muddy River, Big River, all the things just pushing it down, and the Grand Canyon and Yosemite Falls and all those things. And that's really what the relentless nature of professional sports is all about. With the huge pennant race right now that the Giants are in, and the Padres coming in here. I'm a San Diego boy, and the Padres coming in here for the 3-day weekend series. It's just going to be fantastic. We'll be following every bit of it. Double play opportunity. They make the turn. Got them both.
You should have been a baseball player.
Done. I guess I can go home. 2-0 Chicago.
this 4-game set with the Cubs. The best way to take advantage of the dynamic deal of the week is come out. It's going to cost you $12. That's right. A View Reserve left field ticket for the game as well as all the games. And you can see the Cubs for just $12. $12. Take advantage of the dynamic deal of the week. And to purchase tickets, all you have to do is go to sfgiants.com. Remember, if you buy early, you'll save. Big iron.
Here's Pat Burrell. And Burrell takes in tight. We're with Bill Walton as he is here, not just for the game, but also in celebration of Jerry Garcia.
Jerry Garcia Day, 15 years ago today, because it was just unbelievable. It changed all of our lives forever. But Jerry had that unbelievable ability with his vision, his talent, and his compassion. He was able to make us laugh and make us dance, but he was also able to make us cry and make us think. His ability to capture. There's a leadoff man on first base. Now the Giants got a chance. Let's go.
Now we're cooking with
some
gas.
offense here.
So, John Wooden, Jerry Garcia, and Larry Bird, the 3 most influential non-family members in your life.
Yes. They're really the same people. That ability to inspire others, to lift the group, to pull the squad together, to deliver peak performance on command, never about themselves, always about the team, and the concern, the humility, the compassion, and the dream of making it really special.
Sandoval takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
So you got to sit here all the time with this remarkable view.
We do.
You've got the palm trees, you've got the bay, you've got Berkeley, you've got Oakland, you've got the wharf over here, and everything is. This is better than perfect.
We don't want to leave.
And I can't thank the Giants enough for all that they've done. There's 2 guys on base. Now a home run right here, and the Giants are back in top.
It was the national anthem today. This is the tail end of it.
Phil Lesh on the left, Bob Weir in the middle, and Jeff on the right. Jeff, one of the new vocalists who's just joined up with Bob.
Well, Bob was trying his hardest to meet Tim Lincecum, and I don't know if he got a shot at it or not, but he was making a major effort.
Well, these guys are all huge sports fans, and they follow it all. And, you know, they're icons, they're rock stars. It's very difficult for them to go anywhere, and because everybody just grabs them and pulling them and pictures, autographs, and stuff. So it's just very special. This is not the first time that they've sang the anthem.
Oh no, 1993.
93, when Jerry was
the best one
here.
we've ever heard.
Really? Better than this one tonight?
Yep. Possible double play ball.
No, take him out at second. Come on. Oh, please.
Throw it down, big man.
Take him out. Jump in the air. Have the ball hit you in the shoulder or something. Please. At least there's a runner on third. Now a home run ties it.
Sorry, Pat Burrell does move to third, but a nice pivot by Blake DeWitt, the former Dodger.
Dodgers having a tough go right now. Yeah. I know everybody's sad about that.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
We never let them out of our rearview mirror, though.
You can't.
No,
their organization is too great. The city too powerful.
They're always going to be there.
And Joe Torre, just fantastic. Yeah. I just love Joe Torre. And Bruce Bochy here with the Giants. How incredible is that?
He's your neighbor.
Yes. Bruce spent many, many years with the San Diego Padres.
Has he been in your teepee?
He may have been. I'm not there all the time. The gate opens. Our children, they're old now. They're about Bruce's age. So when my wife Lori and I, who's here today, when Lori and I are gone, our children, they tend to have people over to the house.
Yeah, I've got the same thing going on at my house.
And then we'll run into these people years later, and they say, "Oh, I've been at your house, and I've been in your teepee." And, oh my gosh!
Yeah, what's worse is when they start whipping out pictures.
Well, when I first met my wife, who was just an angel of mercy, and we've been married for 20 years now. Bob Costas came up to me and he said, "Now, Bill, if you want Lori to stay around, you be well advised to go and burn all the old pictures." But I see that you guys still have a few of them here. Don't let Lori see. Now, is this guy going to be able to put one out here?
Well, they're pitching around him, but the kid on deck can hit. He's the young pitcher the Giants have out there today.
Now, is this pitcher for Chicago? Has he calmed down at all? I saw some antics that were unacceptable.
I would think he's on his best behavior tonight.
He went to anger management classes trying to calm that competitive verve down, but he's been that type of an athlete, and it's always in the middle of the ball game where the competitive juices start to flow, and he has a problem controlling it.
And you have to be able to discipline yourself. And what was John Wooden's fantastic maxim? Discipline yourself so that others won't have to.
That's well said. And
the Cubs have a chance? Where are they in the standings?
No.
I've been paying attention to the National League West
They're
here.
16 and a half back.
Oh, my gosh. So they're going to have to really rally to get into the playoffs.
But they're dangerous because their playoff is every time they're playing a contending team, they're trying to hurt you. And they can certainly do that. So you cannot take any one of these 4 games lightly. And the Giants get them back in Chicago in September.
So what are the biggest weaknesses that the Giants have? What do they have to overcome to catch the Padres and then to do well in the playoffs?
Well, the Giants have to swing the bats. They all feel if they swing the bats, they have enough pitching and defense that they're going to win games.
So it's offense.
It's offense.
Yeah, I'm the biggest believer that you'll win with offense. The defense has to be a staple. And in the world of basketball, which I'm a little bit more familiar with than baseball, it's always the great offensive players that win. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal, all the great ones.
Well, the bases are loaded as Zambrano walks Bumgarner on 4 pitches. Well, you go from one coast to the next.
Flashback. I like those. Who's the guy with the red hair? Make a shot, Walton. One time, use the glass.
I can't make fun of those shorts. I had those in high school.
I love those shorts. Kevin McHale, the second greatest low post player that I ever played against. Kareem being the first.
So that's where you got to forge a friendship with Larry Bird.
Absolutely. I was just with Larry this past week back in Indianapolis. He called me up and asked me if I'd come back and work with some of his young stars there. They got an up-and-coming franchise. They've fallen on hard time there with the Pacers in Indianapolis since the disaster with anger management we mentioned when Ron Artest went up into the stands. But speaking of the Celtics, how about Shaq coming to the Celtics? I think that's just fantastic. Oh, my gosh. Well, what an opportunity for him to play at such a high level with such remarkable fans. And I think that's the great challenge for the new ownership group here with the Warriors is to put that product on the court. Because, to win in the NBA, you have to have the best player, you have to have the best coach. And that's why the Lakers win and what Phil Jackson has been able to do there. Now, Doc Rivers is a fantastic coach as well. Clearly the best coach in the Eastern Conference. How about a home run here? Wouldn't that be a grand slam, right? There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, my goodness gracious. Where is the offense? Please.
Tony Randazzo rings him up. We're going to say goodbye to Bill Walton. Bill, thanks for stopping by. You're a gem, baby.
A gem. Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Dwayne.
for 12 months as a qualified buyer or ask about their zero-down lease option. Offer expires August 31st.
Starlin Castro will lead things off. Castro doubled in the first inning. Over Bumgarner. Uribe gets rid of it quickly. And a nice play. And let's check in with Amy.
Well, gentlemen, if you're a music fan, then you probably know who this is. Ben Fong Torres. You were a senior editor at Rolling Stone. You were portrayed in Almost Famous. And you've written a book. Tonight is Jerry Garcia night here at the park, and you wrote the Grateful Dead scrapbook. You find parallels between music and baseball. What are they?
Yeah, the Grateful Dead and baseball, sometimes it can be improvisational. You know, and an inning is not a song, but you never know what's going to happen during the course of a game or a Grateful Dead concert back in the day. And, you know, the Grateful Dead, baseball has bullpens, and the Grateful Dead had pig pen. So there's another parallel.
We like that one.
Yeah.
Now, you got to tell us. I'm going to put you on the spot. You are Ben Fong Torres.
Yes.
Is your favorite player Andres Torres?
Andres Fong Torres.
Nobody knew that was really Andres' middle name, Fong.
Right. Yep, he now has it.
Good to see you.
Go,
Thanks.
Andres.
Thanks. Let's go back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Amy. It's 1-2 to Xavier Nady. Two 2-0 Chicago, third inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sandoval on the back end. His long throw, not in time, but a good effort.
Well, that was a good effort. The inning for the Giants in the second inning ended on a strikeout, and let's take a look. Did Andres Torres go? That's ticky-tack, but you can call it either way. Tony Randazzo, the third base umpire, making the call. A little more painful when the bases are loaded. Let's take a look at the effort from Pablo Sandoval. And by the time he gets rid of the ball, he's almost on the tarmac.
Here's Aramis Ramirez. Aubrey Huff and Andres Torres coming together, but it's the big guy who wins the battle.
This is a very, very aggressive hitting Chicago Cubs team. They will jump on a first pitch about as much as any team in all of baseball.
Marlon Byrd knocked in the first run with a base hit to right field in the first inning. Fouls this one back. You're right. Right after it.
They hack. And I think the way you combat that is, you don't have to be down the middle of the strike zone. Normally, in most games, you'll vary the pitch you throw, but you'll bite off a little more strike zone on your first pitch than you will with your other pitches to get that 0-1 advantage. Against an aggressive hitting team like this, you corner pitch. Early on, throw a corner pitch. Like that. Brian Gorman has not given that pitch to Madison Bumgarner. It's a little wraparound breaking ball.
Dribbled foul. 1-2. 2 runs on 5 hits. A couple of 2-out base hits for the Cubs in the first inning.
Saw Roberto Kelly with the jacket on. He will not be able to wear that jacket as a first base coach.
One and 2 to Marlon Byrd. On a play. Ninth start for Bumgarner, first against the Cubs. Obviously, Giants have not seen the Cubs this year until today. They have not seen the Padres yet this year. Backdoored him 2-2. So how'd that matchup go between you and Walton in high school? Did you dominate?
Not good. Fouled out in the third quarter. We held them to 56.
I bet they won pregame too, didn't they?
They had a good team.
Big chopper to Sandoval. He will throw on the run. And it gets by Ishikawa. And it goes into the seats. And they're going to hold Xavier Nady at third. It'll be an error on Sandoval.
Well, Marlon Byrd could put some pressure on a play by his speed. And Pablo Sandoval off the right foot one-hops Ishikawa. And Ishikawa, normally very good on one-hops, cannot come up with this one. So the inning extends. The stress level raises. The Cubs catch a break.
Soriano is being walked intentionally. Blake DeWitt with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the first. Bumgarner struck him out. Our deal in high school in basketball, you watch the other team do their layups before the game. And of course you're doing yours while they're doing it. But if the other team had a guy that could dunk, they always won the pregame.
Well, it was a rule when I was in high school. You couldn't dunk in the game. You couldn't dunk in pregame. If you did, it was a technical foul. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
The only chance you had of getting a date was dunking.
Well, I remember they didn't let. In college, it was the same way. I remember Bill Walton, like 20 feet over the rim, doing a layup.
It was
like, what is that?
It's the Lou Alcindor rule.
If they disallowed the dunk now, nobody would go.
Nobody would. Look at that wingspan.
Actually, what people don't know is he asked Mike and I to tickle him, and we both refused.
He is a character.
I said, no, that's okay. And you thought about it, but then said no.
Bill Walton could definitely come into a room and just take it over. And it's good to see him healthy again because he went through a miserable time with his back problems.
Uribe is going to throw out DeWitt, and Bumgarner gets out of this mini mess. Renteria will lead things off.
Also, Virgin America night right here at the Yard. All fans will receive a 2-for-1 flight voucher on Virgin America. Good to travel from August 25th to November 17th. There are certain restrictions. If you're interested, go to sfgiants.com. Remember, with dynamic pricing, buy early and save.
Renteria popped out to center field. There's the Jerry Garcia bobblehead.
Looks good, a Giants jacket.
He does. Huff and then Posey here in the third. 2-0 Chicago.
I'm serious about that 1993 national anthem. It was the very first year of the new ownership. And the Grateful Dead sung the national anthem on opening day, and they did a great job.
DeWitt got him. Nice play.
That was a good play. Well, let's take a look at our Bloomberg Sports graphic. Aubrey Huff on base. Well, the last 3 seasons, how steady has this been? The white line is 2008. The blue line is 2009. The green's 2010. And this year, the 2010 green, he has just been fantastic in that regard. Our Bloomberg Sports graphic.
Aubrey Huff drew a walk in the first inning. On base percentage, very good.
Fourth in the league. It also tells you who the scariest guys are in the league, because a lot of pitchers are not going to challenge a guy who's got pop in his back or can hurt you with RBI situations. They pitch around. Like this. You know, a lot of things have been written about Zambrano's problem as a pitcher. The big criticism, of course, is his lack of velocity. And he has more than enough velocity to beat you. He just needs to learn how to deal with command and control. He needs to learn how to pitch. For the most part of his career, he's been a thrower. And he was so big and strong, he could just blow you away with stuff 4 times. And now he has to get you out a different way. And he's in transition of trying to learn how to do that. Well, tune into the NBC Bay Area Morning News Team for early news, traffic, and weather updates weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Here's Buster Posey. Low.
But when he threw 95 plus with sink and cut and unpredictable movement, he didn't have to be sharp with his command. Well, now he does. And that's what he's going to have to learn to do.
Down the right field line, giving chase is Colvin. That'll be out of play. Guy brought his glove, he's got a beverage, and he's got a ball. Nice.
Oh, yeah. They are everywhere, as the button would say. We are everywhere.
Double play.
Unbelievable. recorded the most wins in the majors during Jerry Garcia's lifetime? What a great question.
Coy Hill singled in the second. And he takes a strike.
And we've seen Madison Bumgarner do this before, where he's given up some early runs and then find a rhythm and just shut it down. But one thing he did do last inning is a way that you earn the respect of your teammates. He puts through an error. Error by Pablo Sandoval, extended inning, load the bases. He went right out and got the next out. And that did not go unnoticed by the guys on the bench.
Five hits for the Cubs. Coy Hill has one of those hits, a single. Sandoval giving way to Renteria. An off-balance throw. Got him as Ishikawa stays on the bag.
What a nice play.
All right, let's check in one more time with Amy.
Well, gentlemen, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area would like to thank the fans, and what better way to do it than with free food. So this Thursday, August 12th, right after the Cubs-Giants game, come on down to our downtown San Francisco studios, 3rd and Harrison. You can meet some Giants. You can meet Joe Pavelski of the Sharks. You can even dunk a Dodger, and remember, free food. And your rock star broadcasters, Kruk and Kuip, they're going to be there, so I'm going to be there, guys.
Rock star broadcasters?
Oh, I would go just because Amy's going to be there.
Amy.
Here's Zambrano. Fouled at the plate.
There are some rock stars here tonight. Got to see Phil Lesh and Bob Weir and Mickey Hart. A lot of the Grateful Dead family here.
Zambrano out swinging. 2 outs. Here's Tyler Colvin.
Oh, yeah. What's that guy's name? Mr. Baseball. He's a happy guy.
Colvin is flied out and he's bounced into a double play.
It's a strike zone has been consistent, but if you look at the corners, Bumgarner getting big corners against a left-handed hitter. He's not getting that same outside corner to the right-handers. And umpires, I mean, it's just one of the idiosyncrasies about Brian Corbin's strike zone.
I don't know what that is.
I want to get that. I want to get that.
Out of play.
That is a good lid. That is it's a lion hat lid.
It's a Cub. It's a Cub lid.
Lion Cub.
Want a rebate? Side retired. And a very nice 1-2 inning for Bumgarner. That Burrow will hit first.
form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
2-0 Chicago. It'll be Pat Burrell, Pablo Sandoval, and Juan Uribe. That's pitch number 51 for Zambrano.
Well, we've been told that he's going to be on about an 80-pitch limit tonight as they try to build his arm strength back up. .65", 270-pound short armor. Cubs are wondering, how does this guy lose velocity as big and as strong as he is? But you throw that many splits and that many cut fastballs, and I don't care how strong you are, it's eventually going to take its toll on you. And the first sign of erosion is a loss of velocity.
Good swing by Burrell. Three for 12 with a double and a home run. Burrell against Zambrano.
Giants need a wake-up call.
Off the glove of Ramirez. Down the left field line. Burrell is going to have a leadoff double.
And that might be it. You look to your leaders to jumpstart an offense. And in a 2-2 count, a hanging slider, and Pat Burrell rakes it right past Ramirez, and that's not easy to do. And look at the location, right up there around the belt. So leadoff double, and here come the Giants.
Sandoval with a base hit in the second. The Panda fans are out. Outside, 1-0. Foul, out of play. Juan Uribe on deck. We have Panda fans all over the place. On the ground. Burrell is going to go over to third.
What do you say we ask and answer our trivia question brought to you by AT&T? Rethink possible. Who recorded the most wins in the majors during Jerry Garcia's lifetime? Our survey said. Well, Steve Carlton did. He had 329 wins.
Lefty might appreciate that.
Yeah.
Uribe with the infield back. Takes one low and in. Foul back, a good swing. 1 ball and 1 strike.
This is an important bat for a lot of reasons.
It absolutely is. And here's where you can't get greedy. Put it in play somewhere.
Cubs are laying that middle infield back. They're giving up a run. They want to stay out of the big inning. You just have to stay out of the strikeout.
Three and one, no swing. Ishikawa chalking up. Foul, 3-2. Atlanta, they went into Houston tonight, and Houston spanked them. Houston beat them 10-4.
Ball found a good home. Nice going.
Ball gets away, but not far enough. So Ishikawa's going to hit.
Well, Giants baseball is brought to you by Round Table Pizza, celebrating summer with their delicious barbecue chicken pizza, premium grilled chicken, smoky bacon, and a tangy barbecue drizzle. It's barbecue taste at a special summer price. Call Round Table today. It's pretty good.
Ishikawa drew a walk in the second. Out of play. Ishikawa trying to stay back on Zambrano.
This is Zambrano's 9th year in the big leagues. He's 29 years old. And he's always been able to get a ground ball. But back in the day when he first came up, and he was one of the pure power arms in the National League, he could strike you out as well. You look at his career, 2 times in his career, he's had strikeout totals of over 200 in a season. And for a guy who had such movement on the fastball, it just gives you an idea of how tough of a bat he was.
Ishikawa chases the high fastball. That's the last thing the Giants needed. And here's Bumgarner. Bumgarner drew a walk in the second. On the ground to second. And that'll end the inning. Zambrano gets out of this mess. Giants waste an opportunity. It remains 2-0 Chicago. Subway Eat Fresh, ask Crook and Kite. John from Dublin wants to know, what is the pitcher's routine on his off days?
Well, that could depend on the individual pitcher. Traditionally, if a guy pitches on a Monday and you're on a 5-man rotation, Tuesday you take off, Wednesday you'll throw on the side, Thursday, Friday you take off, and then Saturday you pitch again. And that's sort of the norm.
Castro fouls it out of play.
But it can vary. A lot of guys, I mean, they'll throw 2 times between starts. They won't throw quite as long. Normally a side session lasts about 15 minutes, but some guys will throw 2 times, and they may throw only 7 minutes each time. It depends on each guy. Some guys don't throw on the side. Talking about Steve Carlton, the year I played with him in 1982, he won the Cy Young Award, and he never touched the ball except on the days he pitched. How about that? He didn't even play catch.
Perfect touch.
So it really varies on the individual.
That's a bit high to Castro.
Barry Zito does a lot of long toss, a lot of flat ground throws. A lot of guys won't take any flat ground throws. They do everything off of the slant. So it's one of those things that really depends on the person.
More work for Uribe. All right, let's check in again with Amy G. Amy.
Dwayne and Mike, very good news to report on Eugenio Velez. He was here today working out with the team. He actually took BP. Now, this is after taking a foul ball off of his head back on July 24th in Arizona. He suffered a concussion, but he said he feels great. I talked to him before the game. He said it was the very most scariest moment of his life, but now after taking BP, they are going to try and send him on a rehab assignment this week. Good job. I think, Mike, maybe that's a out of Babe Gino.
Yeah, that was scary. We're so happy that he wasn't injured more severely than he was, but certainly a concussion, nothing to sneeze at, and we're glad he's on the mend.
Nady, an infield hit in the 3rd. Two balls and a strike with Aramis Ramirez on deck.
Boy, just not a whole lot on that outside corner. Now, to left-handed hitters, it's been a whole different deal. The outside part of the plate has been a lot of strikes here, but not against righties.
Into the hole and a base hit for Nady. A 1-out single.
Well, Sunday, August 15th, Giants are taking on the Padres. That's this Sunday. The first 7,500 fans, 14 and under, will receive an orange mesh jersey presented by Remax. To purchase tickets, go to sfgiants.com, and remember, with dynamic pricing, buy early and you will save money. Now, that's a new Panda look.
Yeah.
So Chicago Cub, that's their colors, red, white, and blue.
Pulled foul.
Cool.
0-1 to Ramirez.
That was Kobe Brandt, our ball dude, on the third base side today.
Good breaking ball, 0-2.
Oh yeah, we need to get that guy over here.
Or make it 1-2.
I don't think it would have been much of an arm twist to get one of those Panda hats, the orange one, on Bill Walton.
Oh, are you kidding? He would have been in. One and two. Now timeout is called. .81 pitches for Bumgarner.
Very stylish, very stylish.
Out of play.
There aren't many guys on this Cubs team
right-hand hitters that can hit the ball to right center out of this ballpark, and this guy in the batter's box is one of them.
Andres Torres is going to get there. It's hit so high. Ramirez is going to say, I just got underneath that one.
Yes, he is. Dog days of summer.
I haven't seen that promo lately.
No. It's about the time, though. Oh, yeah.
Look at the other Schmag. He's now relaxing.
Well, he had a busy day.
Bird takes a low. Bird with a 2-out base hit in the 3rd inning. Bumgarner to throw pitch number 85, and it's a low. 2 balls and no strikes. Big series in Cincinnati between the Cardinals and the Reds. And game 1 goes to the Cardinals. The newest Cincinnati Red, Jim Edmonds, started in that game. Hit well into right center field. It's going to be Aubrey Huff. And that'll end the inning. Top of the order coming up for the Giants.
.600 home runs. He hit the milestone home run in the 6th inning off Pirates right-hander Kip Wells. Oh, yes. We remember it well. Visit farmers.com to hear real true stories from Farmers customers and find a Bay Area agent near you. Farmers Insurance. Ready feels good. I miss that guy.
Yeah, I do too. Here's Torres. Torres has popped out and with the bases loaded, struck out. Edgar Renteria and then Aubrey Huff. Three 3-0. That's 72 pitches, so keep an eye on the bullpen. And the walk. that. Strike to Renteria. He's popped out. And then he hit a ball back up the middle that Zambrano slowed down just a little bit. And DeWitt made the play at second base.
And very quickly, the red alert has gone down to the Cubs bullpen.
Good take. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Justin Berg, the right-hander, starting to get greased. One thing you're going to get from this Cub pitching staff, you're going to get a lot of sinkers.
Bouncing ball foul.
Good stop, not a bit. You guys are a little early, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to spend a full week here.
They're not due to be here till Friday.
They're welcome. Fouled out of the glove of Coy Hill. They just happen to have the right shade of blue.
Watch the backswing of Edgar Renteria. You want to be a big league catcher? Pow! Coy Hill taking it right on the side of the helmet. Yeah, we don't have any problems with the Padre blue.
Not yet, anyway. Pulled foul.
Well, a reminder that Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. All you have to do is go to BloombergSports.com for details.
1-2 to Renteria with Torres at first base. On the ground towards the hole and into the hole. A C9 single for Edgar Renteria. Giants are in business.
Where things start to change for the Giants. The bounce of the ball has not gone their way the first half of this game. But this one is that CNI ground ball Dwayne talked about, just past the arm stretch of Castro.
Aubrey Huff has walked twice. And he takes low. By the way, Manuel Burris is now on the roster. In case you didn't know that, I'm sure you did. Huff looks at a strike. He said, "Yep, I knew it." Down low. Oh, he's making him work. Huff and Burrow have been the two guys that have made Zambrano just work out there. Huff has walked twice, Burrow has walked, and he's doubled. Line drive. Had DeWitt gone to first, they might have had a double play.
It's been unbelievable what has happened here. Giants getting runners on base, and then somebody hits a rocket right at somebody. And I guess you have to think it's a good break that they didn't pick anybody up. And there you're right. You can see on first base, maybe Renteria, he'd have been hung. Out to dry.
It started yesterday in the first inning. Huff hit a line drive, double play.
Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, out to talk to Zambrano. Justin Berg, the pitcher down the bullpen's ready, so this really isn't the stall for time. But when you come out of the Midwestern heat and you go to the San Francisco cool, you do want to get your guys a few more extra throws than they're normally accustomed to using.
Posey takes one low and in. He's hit 2 line drives to second. One moderately soft, the other one not. A bullet in the third. Fouled, and that got Brian Gorman on the hand.
Good pitch to hit right there. 1-0. Had a good rip on it. Good balance for that swing. Looking for a mistake up from a single baller, and that was one.
Low. Renteria's got as big a lead as you'll see with a guy on first in this situation. It's one of those leads where you're getting uncomfortable watching it, like something's going to happen here. Driven to left, hit very well. Soriano can't get it, and it bounces into the seats. It's a ground rule double. The Giants are on the board. It's 2-1. And Cubs caught a break.
They caught a break with that ball bouncing up into the bleachers. Torres scores, gets the handshake from his teammates, and that's another sinker that just got up in the zone. And Buster Posey finally steers clear of a glove. 3 good at bats tonight. He just got 1 hit to show for it, but the Giants finally bust the scab and put themselves on the board.
And here's Pat Burrow. And now the infield, well, they're trying to decide what they're going to do. And it's high to Burrow. Right there at the belt.
The thing about Zambrano, when he has an inning go against him, he is always a get it and go guy. Yeah. He gets up there and he doesn't jimmy jack around. And that can work against the pitcher.
Swing and a foul. It's 1-2. Two to 1 here in the 5th inning. Already 10 past the 80 pitch mark. They're going to come into Burrow. Burrow dug it out and fouled it back. It's pretty much his game face on now all the time.
Yeah. And he's been very good in this at bat. Situation may be a runner at third, less than 2 outs. They're looking for a fly, something deep enough to score. Renteria from third.
Ground ball, shorter second should do it.
And we see the middle infielder sagging back.
Look out to the backstop. Here comes Renteria, and this game is tied. Whoa.
There's not a whole lot that Coy Hill could do. sitting low and away, and this thing almost hits Burrow in the helmet. Just a pure wild pitch.
And now the infield comes in, and it's 2-2 to Burrow, and now the Giants can take the lead. Swing and then a miss. So Burrow can't hardly believe it.
Yeah, we need that lucky pencil right there. That would last about 10 years.
Although with the mistakes that I make,
yes, 2 months,
about a half a game. Sandoval, he's singled and he's bounced out. He has a chance here to give the Giants the lead. Both these gentlemen from Venezuela, Zambrano and Sandoval. Sandoval hit a grand slam off of Zambrano in spring training this year. Bouncing ball, slowly hit. DeWitt will throw him out. That'll end the inning. Dave Fleming's going to come in. He's going to save me. But the Giants here have tied it up. As we head to the 6th, it's 2-2.
One and 0 count to Soriano as we are at the top of the 6th inning here, all tied up 2 apiece, and out of the bullpen helping us out tonight, our old pal Dave Fleming. David, welcome.
Well, thank you, Mike, and hopefully Kipe feels better. Sandoval for the out. Another little erratic throw from Pablo, but Ishikawa stays on the bag, and glad to spend a few innings with you, and glad to see the Giants sort of come to life there in the 5th inning.
That was nice. I felt kind of responsible for that. My only inning of play-by-play all year, and I give up 2 runs.
Oh, man, don't get me started on all that. Oh, what's the guy's name? Ron from Reno?
Ron
it was
from
all
Reno.
over me about the
I'll get the letter tomorrow.
Score while I'm on the play-by-play on TV. Now, you and I together.
But our pal, Dwayne Kuiper, is kind of suffering from the southern crud he brought back from Atlanta and fighting a flu, so he'll be heading home.
DeWitt, hard hit ball up the middle. With 1 out, a base hit for the 7th place hitter. Madison Bumgarner again tonight, Mike. I'm sure you guys have been talking about it, but he has thrown the ball real well. He is all of a sudden like the bad luck guy on this staff with the bloops and the errors behind him. But I think he's thrown the ball well again.
Well, think about that, though, what you just said right there, and how unusual it is to see a young pitcher be able to find calm in a game when an inning goes against him early. And he did. He found his rhythm in the second inning.
First pitch swinging, the catcher, Coy Hill, strike one.
And the other thing, too, is he pitched through an error in the third inning that loaded the bases, an error by Pablo Sandoval, who's kind of been a defensive slump this last week or so. And he managed to pitch right through it. So, I mean, he does a lot of things that you see veterans do, which is why the Giants are pretty excited about this young man.
Runners going, and Posey's looked like he got interfered with, but there was no call, and that'll be a stolen base. I think Posey's talking to Brian Gorman about it. The hitter, Hill, stepped right in front of him.
Second time in a week that this has happened to Posey.
You're not supposed to be allowed to do that.
It really didn't alter the throwing stroke, but sometimes the hitter, you really can't stop it.
You're entitled to your follow-through. You're not supposed to be able to step out over home plate.
Well, looking at that angle, I think it did alter the throwing motion, because there wasn't much on the throw.
Blake DeWitt in scoring position, but Bumgarner ahead in the count, 1-2. Just missing. I think Bumgarner wanted that one. Zambrano's on deck. He's got a bat. I think it's likely he's not going to be in the game as the pitcher any longer, but he is a good hitting pitcher, and the Cubs are short on the bench, so we're going to see him hit. Apparently. That one missed badly. There he is. Cubs bullpen perspective. (3-2). Ground ball to Renteria. Handles that hop. 2 down. And Zambrano will hit with a runner in scoring position. No Derek Lee. His grandfather is not doing well, and we are thinking about their family up in the Sacramento area. I hope that they're all getting to spend some quality time together. But he's not here. Giovanni Soto is not fully healthy, so their bench is really short-handed.
Yeah, Soto, a bit of a shoulder problem. He originally was in tonight's lineup, but he was a late scratch.
Apparently during batting practice something went wrong. First pitch swinging, and Bumgarner might have cost himself an out there. And he did. I think that was going to be a clear out, ground ball right to Uribe.
Well, you can't turn this off, though. I mean, you're taught to try and catch a piece of everything. He reaches back, kills the momentum on the ball. You could see that Uribe was going to be there to catch that ball. So the Cubs catch a break.
Infield hit for Zambrano and Dave Righetti, not Bruce Bochy. Righetti's coming out to talk to Bumgarner. Guillermo Mota is up in the Giants bullpen.
Well, a reminder to tune into the NBC Bay Area Morning News Team for early news, traffic, and weather updates weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Conference on the mound here. Giants trying to keep this game tied after the offense came to life in the 5th.
Oh, yeah, this one was all panded out. I like the panda backpack.
She's not backing down.
She's going to give you a kiss.
Headbutt.
Oh, yeah, that one is not shy.
Taking it all in. Left-handed hitter here, which may be the reason that Bumgarner is still in this game. This next pitch will be his 98th of the night. And a pressure spot right here. Tyler Colvin, the hitter, he's 0 for 3. Foul ball. His power numbers are impressive. This guy's a rookie. He's got a lot of speed, and he's got a lot of pop. DeWitt's the runner at third. Zambrano at first. And he goes after that breaking ball. 0-2 now. Bumgarner ahead of the count, looking to put him away.
Well, next pitch will be number 100 for Madison Bumgarner. This will probably be his last inning no matter what.
He wants to finish off strong right here. Total concentration is 0-2. A little slow roller, and that gets by Renteria. 3-2 Cubs as DeWitt scores. And another ball is so softly hit, but it found a hole.
This has been an incredible night. Just a reminder that baseball is a game of inches. And a lot of atom balls hit hard for the Giants who've been on base. And you can see the anger of Madison Bumgarner because it's going to cost him the game. Bochy's going to be out.
Yeah, Bochy's coming out, and he's going to make a double switch here. Bumgarner's spot is due up third in the sixth. So, a couple of changes coming here. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Cubs retake the lead. Mota coming in. Bouncer toward the hole at short. Renteria's going to third, and Uribe just finds the bag there. So the Giants get out of it, but the Cubs get a run. They lead 3-2.
it's Jerry Garcia night. We're going to take a look at the Deadheads. Oh, yeah. Here in Forest tonight, great attitudes, lots of color, led by the guru himself, Bill Walton. And that is your Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
San Francisco kind of night, I'd say, here at the Ball Yard.
Yeah, fun night. But it would be a lot more fun if these Giants fans could see a few more runs scored by their beloved Giants.
The Giants have had chances, but the Cubs with a run in the 6th have gone back ahead 3-2. New pitcher, Justin Berg from the Chicago bullpen. And Juan Uribe gets ahead of the count 1-0.
Berg, like a lot of guys, brings a lot of sink out of the bullpen. There you see his body work. 29th time he's come in. Just 9 strikeouts against 15 walks.
Missed badly there. Almost hit Uribe.
He's got a very upright follow-through. This is kind of a follow-through you normally see with guys that throw curveballs, not sink. And he's kind of a 2-pitch guy, sink or slider.
Well, 2 pitches in and conference required. That's not necessarily a good sign for him. Berg is part of this middle relief, and the Cubs have been really chewed up in this part of their staff, this part of the bullpen. They've got an excellent closer, Marmol, and they found a good setup man in Sean Marshall. But it's getting to those 2 guys that has been a real problem. So maybe a chance for the Giants here. Uribe with Colvin in right there to make the play. And with 1 out of the bases empty, let's go back to Amy G. Amy?
Thanks. Thanks so much, Dave. It's time now for tonight's poll question. It is brought to you by Pacific Specialty Insurance. Jonathan Sanchez made some strong statements saying the Giants were going to sweep the Padres. What do you think about it? Check it out at csnbayarea.com. Let us know, and you can find out the results tonight on Giants Postgame Live. Gentlemen?
Okay, thanks, Amy. As Travis Ishikawa comes to the plate with 1 down.
Well, you know what? I think that's great. And some guys need to motivate themselves. I mean, we've seen athletes over the years that have found ways to get them out of the doldrums.
Into left center field. Soriano can't get there. Base hit, Ishikawa. He'll stop at first. Well, I wasn't there when Jonathan Sanchez said that. It was right after the game yesterday. But part of that has to be, don't you think, his own frustration with his performance yesterday, how he was feeling, and maybe kind of what you're talking about, talking himself into, hey, I got to do a little better than that.
I think that's exactly what it was. I think it was him self-motivating himself. Because you have to back it up. You say something like that in the clubhouse, everybody in your clubhouse, not the Padres clubhouse, they're looking at you going, pardon me? So you got to back it up.
And he will take the ball the first game of this weekend series. Padres will be here. Now Emmanuel Burris back to the big leagues. And he takes a strike from Berg. Burris at AAA Fresno, where Bruce Bochy told us before the game he was starting to swing the bat better, getting back into game shape, feeling better.
Well, he looks about 8 to 10 pounds lighter than the last time we saw him.
Yeah, I think that's a big difference maker for him. A little late with that swing. Never going to be a power kind of hitter, but a guy who should be able to spray the ball to all fields. He's a switch hitter. Speed has always been his game.
Well, that's the stroke they want him to have, a flat stroke that hits ground balls and line drives and uses the opposite side of the field, especially from the left side. They don't want to have a big backswing. They want him to get out of that box well and use his speed.
In an 0-2 hole here, and he gets impatient. Berg did not get what he wanted. Well, it's unlikely that Emmanuel Burris is here to take a huge chunk of the playing time away. He's here for depth, and spots like tonight, double switch, give a little more depth in those middle infield positions. Got a piece of that one.
I mean, he had a serious injury.
He did.
You ruptured Achilles heel, I mean, it's going to set you back. You saw what it did to Kevin Franzen. You lost a whole year with it. Then you come back, you feel like you're behind, you lost a year. It's not an easy thing to do for a professional athlete to lose a whole year.
He's had those foot problems in the past. So it's been a rough go for Emmanuel. Just an emergency swing there, fouled it off again. And a guy whose legs, his feet, his speed, that's his game. So anything that compromises that is a problem for him. But I'm with you. He looks to be in much better shape than when we saw him maybe a month ago, or I can't remember the last time we saw him. Hanging in there at 0-2. Giants drafted Emmanuel Burris back in 2006, and he got to the big leagues pretty quickly. 08, his first taste of major league action. He's still just 25 years old, still a young guy. Slow chop, and DeWitt's play is to first base. Burris is gone, but Ishikawa, the possible tying run, standing there at second base with 2 down, and Torres coming up.
Giants have not had a problem getting base runners on. They've had somebody on base every inning.
And I think we're going to see more and more of this. Andres Torres is the guy coming up here with a chance to tie the game. And Alan Trammell, the acting manager, is going to turn him around, make him bat right-handed. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Right-handed, they bring James Russell, the lefty, into the game.
38th time that he's come into a ball game. Russell is a guy he's kind of a two-pitch guy, a fastball and a slurve. And his fastball's got a little tail that'll run away from a right-hander. 27 strikeouts. And for Russell, those 27 strikeouts come in 35 innings against just 6 walks. And I think that's impressive. Ever seen a turtle hat?
I can't say that I have, but you might figure tonight would be the night. Andres Torres now batting right-handed. And that one is ball 1. Andres batting average better than 100 points higher hitting left-handed. So you can see why the Cubs want him to bat from this side. He has not been nearly as effective as a right-handed hitter. But a base hit here could well tie the game. Ishikawa at second. Torres pulls it into the hole. That is a base hit. And they're going to test Soriano. The throw well offline. Ishikawa scores. Now Torres breaking for second. That throw is wide. Andres into second as the go-ahead run.
Andres Torres coming up big with 2 outs to tie this score. And not only that, he puts himself in scoring position. Look at the sidearm throw from Soriano, goes way up the line. And Torres takes off and he slides into second. He's safe at second, safe and secure. New York Live.
I think that was a good gamble by Andres. 2 down, try to get yourself into scoring position, and the pitcher did not make a good throw there. The error, though, goes against Soriano for getting away from the home plate area in the first place. Now Renteria can give the Giants a lead. Not on that pitch. Strike 1. But good for Andres Torres, who has had a hard time batting right-handed this year. That kid is off the hook, Madison Bumgarner. He won't get a decision tonight. Renteria, who has a hit and a run scored.
Now, he won't get a win, and he won't get a loss. He'll get a no decision, which is good if his team wins, and he'll take that.
The 0-1. He takes that pitch.
Good pitch. I mean, if you make a contribution to a win this time of year, and that's the beautiful thing about playing for a team that's contending. I mean, it's good enough to just go out there and get one out. If your team wins, you feel like you've really made a big donation. And there's nothing like it when you're putting together a charge. So Madison Bumgarner is going to feel good about himself.
And I think you could easily say he deserved better tonight. Center field, and Bird was playing pretty shallow. He's still drifting back, but he'll get there to make the play. Renteria gave it a ride. Giants get 1 to tie the game, 3-3. I think even the that line indicates, but infield hits, little bleeders, an error made behind him. And Andres Torres with the big hit of the 6th to tie the game after the Cubs made a bullpen move just to counter Torres. Locked up again, 3-3. Andres is having another very productive night as the Giants leadoff hitter. Guillermo Mota stays in to pitch in the 7th. He's got to go through the heart of the order now for the Cubs. It's Nady, Aramis Ramirez, and Marlon Byrd against Mota. Nady 2 for 3 against Bumgarner. A couple of hits, one of them an infield hit. Mota missed well off the plate that time. I think Mota's really been pitching well lately. He's had really good stuff.
He has indeed. He's had an excellent year for Bruce Bochy.
Loves to hit that outside corner with a fastball. And it's such a good pitch for him.
Just born with one of those great arms. hasn't ever shown up for any appearance this year without mid-90 stuff.
Yeah.
There hasn't been one time when he showed up a little cranky. I mean, he just has got a gun. He's learned how to control it.
Ahead of the count, 1-2. Nady, did he go? No.
Paul Nauert. He had a kind of a sour look on his face, like, please. I can't believe you even asked.
It's always worth asking. You don't get penalized for asking, in my opinion. Maybe not Paul Nauert's opinion. And he strikes him out the very next pitch.
Yeah, nice tight little slider. See you later. Grab some time, meat. Well, don't miss Lincecum's next start tomorrow night. It's a 7-15 start here against these Cubbies. And the best way to do that is take advantage of the dynamic deal of the week. The View Reserve left field tickets for this game, as well as all the games against the Cubs, are only $12. That's right, $12 to see Lincecum against the Cubs. You can't beat it. To take advantage, go to sfgiants.com. And remember, if you buy early, you'll save large.
I think it's going to be a fun game to watch tomorrow. Ramirez takes that slider low for a ball. Lincecum has tended in his young career to pile up strikeout numbers against the Cubs. And the Cubs have a lot of these hitters like Aramis Ramirez right here. They got a lot of pop, but they got a lot of swing and miss in them.
And they're very aggressive early on in the counts. I mean, these guys get up there and hack.
Add that all up, and I think Lincecum versus this team, that could be fun to watch on both sides.
I always look forward to his starts.
You and every other Giants fan, I think.
I mean, he's just so entertaining. I want to make sure that we say this properly, because you have to understand that not every rotation has 5 guys that give you a chance to win. You know, it's nice coming to the yard every day, thinking you have a good chance to win. That's what you feel with this Giants rotation. They're outstanding. There's Lincecum.
One of the legions. Another 1-2 count here. Right there.
Some knee-high paint. Grab some pine. Thanks for stopping by. This is location that is absolutely perfect. It just shaves the outside corner at 95.
With a capital P.
Wow.
That is as good as it can get right there. 2 down for Marlon Byrd. Then really the Cubs' best all-around offensive player. Tonight, 1 for 3 with an RBI.
He had an impressive at bat to get that RBI. A 2-strike, 2-out hit the opposite way.
Yep.
There's Bill Walton. He's got his kazoo.
Got to have some music in the seats. Mota knocks it down. Still got plenty of time, and Guillermo Mota with a very nice 1-2-3. Part of the order coming up. Giants and Cubs tied. Okay, Henry. Henry, one of the biggest Grateful Dead fans that I know.
Oh, huge deadhead.
Huge. Part of the order here. Good chance for the Giants against the Cubs bullpen. Tie game. Aubrey Huff trying to get them started. And he was fooled by that first pitch breaking ball from Russell, the lefty. Huff, 2 walks plus a line out against Zambrano, the starter, who is out of the game. Another one. Strike 2. Buster Posey's on deck. And it could be that Russell's just going to face this one hitter. Quick 0-2. And he goes back to the same pitch and strikes him out. It's not often Huff has an at-bat like that. That tells you something about Russell. And here they go. Mixing and matching. So the right-hander coming in for the Cubs against Posey when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Got the first knock that scored a run and got things going offensively for the Giants. A big swing of the bat will make it our forward right choice.
And now Posey against Andrew Cashner out of the Cubs bullpen. Guy with excellent stuff. Very young, very inexperienced. But the Cubs get the righty-on-righty matchup.
Yeah, he's got a big arm. Mid to high 90s fastballs.
Posey pulls that one down the line and just foul. Just a little too quick there.
Cashner, kind of a 3-pitch guy, that big fastball, a slider, and a changeup, which is a good strikeout pitch for him. And here is his body of work. 21 strikeouts in 30 innings. However, 48 base runners in 30 and a third. That's too many.
The numbers are a little skewed, though. He just got destroyed. Remember, there was a series where the Cubs were in Denver at Coors Field, and there were 2 blowout games, and Cashner wore it. Posey to right center. Hit it pretty well, but not well enough on this night. 2 down. Cashner gets Posey. That was a matchup of 2 guys picked in the first round in 2008. Just a few picks apart, Posey and Cashner. This time the pitcher gets him, and it'll be up to Pat Burrell with 2 down. Burrell's 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. 94 miles an hour, but head high. Well, I watched Pat Burrell take batting practice today. One line drive after another, and I mean it, just one after another after another. He had Hensley Mullins and Bruce Bochy clapping their hands.
He's had a good swing going for several weeks now.
Yeah.
But it's more than just that. I mean, he gives you a good at bat every at bat. He sees pitches. We talked about discipline to a pitch. When you go up there and say, I'm going to look middle in on a fastball, I mean, he'll stay on that pitch. And that's the type of discipline you see in a veteran hitter at this level. I mean, I think everybody who's ever played baseball has experienced that moment where I'm going to look for a fastball. Somebody floats a breaking ball in there and you wave at it and you have a bat at that, get yourself out. He didn't do that. And veteran hitters don't do that.
Well, without question, he's been important to this lineup in several different ways. He was looking fastball there. That one was just a little up. Tried to stop his swing, couldn't do it.
Well, he knows Cashner's got a good fastball, so he's going to cheat and start early. And when you cheat and start early, oftentimes you will chase out of the zone. Cashner shook off a slider, a changeup, but now he wants the fastball.
And he missed badly with it. Ball 4.
Nice at that.
Earl takes his second walk of the game. Giants hitters have drawn 8 walks tonight. With the pitcher's spot up, it's Nate Scherholz. Chance to hit. Nate has been struggling for hits. Just 3 for his last 22.
Boy, it's all the difference in the world having that extra guy on the bench. Giants playing with 4 extra men for a long time with a 13-man pitching staff. As you see Sergio Romo starting to finish off his warm-up throws.
We'll see him in the 8th inning. Tie game. Giants trying to change that. And Scherholz, DeWitt catches another one. Line drives to Blake DeWitt, a theme of the night. Tie game on to the 8th.
Friday, August 13th will be game 1 of that 3-game set, and Jonathan Sanchez will be on the hill backing up his claims. And oh, by the way, it's Virgin America night at AT&T Park, and all fans will receive a 2-for-1 flight voucher on Virgin America, good to travel from August 25th through November 17th. Certain restrictions may apply. To purchase tickets, you visit sfgiants.com, and remember, with dynamic pricing, buy early and save Big League Iron.
That's a good deal. Tie game, Sergio Romo, third pitcher of the game for the Giants against Alfonso Soriano. Got big power. Starts him off with a slider. And Soriano's kind of a scary guy to face late in the game, tie game, because you know one swing of the bat, he can change it.
He is scary. He's always been scary.
Even when he's not going real good, he's scary. Romo's been really good all year long.
47th time he's come into a game. 46 strikeouts and 44 and a third. 45 base runners allowed in 44 and a third. I mean, those are just elite numbers. He's had a great season.
Ahead 0-2. And he gets him to chase that slider.
Nicely done. Such great feel with the breaking ball. Just stretch it out wide. You know the guy's aggressive. He'll chase. And he 1-2-3s it. Grab some fine meat.
Soriano gone. Now Blake DeWitt. Giants know DeWitt real well from his time with the Dodgers. He's had a good game tonight. And I mostly say that. He's 1 for 3, stole a bag, scored a run, but I mostly say that because of his defense. He's been a factor on defense.
Well, since he's come over to the Cubs, he's hitting 348. This is his 8th game for Chicago.
Cubs have raved about him. He's ahead 2-0.
That was the deal that sent Ted Lilly and Ryan Theriot to the Dodgers.
A couple Dodgers prospects were involved as well, but this guy was really, I think, maybe the primary guy the Cubs wanted in that trade. He's ahead 2-0. And he drives one to center field, but Andres Torres is there, 2 down.
You know, that's the one thing when you get to professional ball that you have to learn as a pitcher. You know, you're not used to getting hard hit balls off you when you're in college or high school. You're just not. The stuff that allows you to get signed is stuff that usually prevents you from getting tagged. But when you get to professional baseball, you make good pitches and guys square it up. It's a bit unnerving.
So you got to get over that unnerving feeling.
And you have to learn how to pitch into a defense and take advantage of your defense. Because one thing about professional baseball is you got guys out there that make plays that you didn't have made for you when you were in college or high school.
Coy Hill, the catcher, ahead 1-0. He's a switch hitter. Ball 2. I tell you one thing, if I were a Giants pitcher and my strategy was to try to let my defense make plays for me, I'd be finding ways to have guys hit it to Torres in center field. Let him go run it down.
He's had a nice year defensively, hasn't he?
A great year. Topper foul. I just don't think there have been any outfielders that we've seen in the National League who've played better than this guy. He's played well in center, left, right, but I think primarily as a center fielder, he's just been outstanding. And he's a part of that. He's had 7 of those outfield assists. He covers all that ground, and he's got a good arm. Ball 3. You get the pitcher's spot on deck. So the Cubs will be using a pinch hitter if Hill reaches. The 3-1 pitch. Foul ball. No Lupinella down there. Acting manager Alan Trammell. Make a pretty good case he ought to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you can make a great argument.
He was a wonderful player for a long time. Full count here with 2 down. Romo. And he gets him to hit that soft bouncer. Burris for the out. And Sergio Romo a 1-2-3. Middle of the 8th. Giants and Cubs all tied up. Well, it's been a wild kind of night here at the ballpark tonight. The Giants and the Cubs. Crunch time now. Bottom of the 8th, tie game in a pennant race. Juan Uribe against the right-handed reliever Cashner for the Cubs. Just below the knees, ball 1. Uribe, Ishikawa, Emmanuel Burris in the 8th. Juan's had a quiet night.
Nice ball changeup, and he's down to count 2-0. And Juan Uribe is one of those guys can have a quiet night, but in one swing, it can become an excellent night. And he's in a great hitting count right now.
He went for it. High fastball, strike 1. Or maybe in the same way we were talking about Alfonso Soriano, the Cubs could be thinking that way about this guy, Uribe.
Yeah, totally, he's dangerous.
Lays off that high pitch. So again, a real good hitter's count. He can look for something to hit a long way. Well,
94 to right above the hands.
Tough pitch.
I mean, you look at the stuff from Cashner. I just don't think in watching his delivery that he has great command of his stuff. But he's young. That's where his development's going to have to go.
Uribe alternated between swinging at it and taking it. He takes that one for ball 4.
And a leadoff walk. Big play. Well, this is where you're going to see the rest of the series. Tomorrow night, it'll be Tim Lincecum taking on Ryan Dempster. You'll see that game on NBC Bay Area. And then Barry Zito will face Tom Gorzolani on Wednesday. You'll see that right here in Comcast Sportsnet. And then Matt Cain taking on Randy Wells, a noon game on Thursday. You'll see it right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. So join us if you would.
We're going to see another move here. There's the left-hander Marshall, who's been so good for the Cubs, especially lately. So another pitching change for Chicago. They'll bring in their 5th pitcher of the night. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Post-game barbecue. It's sort of our way to show you, our fans, our appreciation for your loyalty. So the barbecue held at the downtown San Francisco studios after the game on Thursday. Broadcast of Giants post-game live. Chronicle Live will be going on. Lots of us will be there. Bay Area athletes, the Comcast Sportsnet team, and all kinds of stuff going on. For more information, csnbayarea.com. We hope to see you after the game on Thursday. Meanwhile, the Cubs have made another pitching change here. Go-ahead run at first with nobody out after a leadoff walk. And the left-hander, the setup man in this Chicago bullpen, Sean Marshall, is in. Marshall has been very good.
Now look at those strikeouts against the walks. Those are outstanding. 66 strikeouts at 55 2/3. No 90s fastball, kind of slurby breaking ball, a changeup. He's a big guy, 6'7", 220.
Made that throw over to first base, likely not worried about Uribe stealing, but trying to see if Ishikawa would tip his hand. Fontenot, part of a double switch. DeWitt comes out. Mike Fontenot now playing second base. So we'll see what the Giants decide to do with Ishikawa. He squares and pops that one well back into the seats. Ishikawa not asked all that often to get a bunt down. And yet, playing an important game at a big spot. That's his job if they ask him to do it again. You got Burris on deck, Mike, but you also have a little more flexibility with the extra man, so Giants have some options.
The throw over, and definitely Travis Ishikawa tipped his hand. But, you know, a regular every day they get in the batting cage, they put two, 3 bunts down. I mean, so they should have the skill to do this.
Well, you got a guy who may be getting ready. Pulls the bat back to take a ball. You got the left-handed pitcher, and the Cubs bullpen is quiet. Marshall's been their guy. He's their setup guy, so we can get a right-handed bat in there if Ishikawa can get that bunt down and take a crack to score Uribe. That may be the thought process. He's trying it again, and he gets it down. That's a good one. Hills play to first for the out, but Uribe, the go-ahead run at second base.
Cannot execute a bunt any better than that.
Nicely done.
Now, I don't know why Marshall threw the breaking ball, but that's the easiest pitch to bunt because the movement is going down, and all you have to do is make contact. And normally, you don't see many breaking balls popped up, even high breaking balls. So Ishikawa getting it done.
Travis, well-deserved high fives back in the dugout. And the Giants do make the move. Freddy Sanchez will hit against Sean Marshall. Freddy has been really struggling lately, and that's an understatement. But he's got a lot of experience against the Cubs. He has seen Sean Marshall before. A spot where a base hit could give the Giants the lead. Takes the breaking ball. 3 for 5 lifetime against this pitcher. Cubs do not have great outfield arms. They've got average arms basically all the way around. And you got Uribe with that hamstring issue at second base. Just thinking about the possibilities. 2-0.
No, he's not going to give in to him here with an open base, which he shouldn't.
No matter how quiet he's been at the plate lately, Marshall's got those head-to-head numbers in his mind.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys that I played with would go up in the situation with an open base like that, and they'd sit on a breaking ball. They'd never get off it the whole at bat. Figuring guys were going to nibble, they were going to throw stuff that they wanted you to swing at that was going to be out. They'd sit on a breaking ball.
Not a bad game plan. Ball 4. And he just did not look like he wanted anything to do with Freddy Sanchez. Now Andres Torres gets a turn. Last time up, Andres batting right-handed after the move to the bullpen knocked in the tying run.
Well, it's funny how things have gone for him this year. Remember last year he was a right-handed specialist. He wore left-handed pitching out. This year he doesn't have quite the numbers that he had last year with it, but more than capable of turning around a reliever, even a good one like Marshall.
And now time asked for by the catcher. You know, you and I were talking with the longtime radio broadcaster for the Cubs, Pat Hughes, who's a Bay Area native, before the game. And you asked him, who's been your MVP this year? Just to sort of toss it out there question. And who'd he say?
He said Sean Marshall, and he didn't waste any time saying it.
No. That's how highly the Cubs think of this guy's work this season. He's been their main man. The Giants are putting pressure on him now. Giants also have their own closer up in the bullpen in case. Now Marshall to Torres. And that curveball snaps in.
That's a good one. Remember, Uribe at second is not 100% with his legs. He's had a right hamstring that has been tight for a while.
The base hit to the outfield, not a sure thing to get him home. 0-2.
One thing about Torres, though, the type of year that he's had, he wants to be in these situations. He looks forward to these at-bats when runners in scoring position, especially if you have a chance to put his team ahead.
Pretty unique for a leadoff hitter. 0-2. And he swings and misses through that curveball.
Good hook. Watch it again. Just busts it. And in a protect mode with 2 strikes, he goes after it.
So Torres, his last time up, got it done. Not this time. Not against that tough breaking ball. Edgar Renteria's turn. He's had some success against Marshall. 2 on, 2 out. High, tight fastball. Now, you were talking about Uribe at second base. With 2 down and the runner able to go on contact, that does give him just a little bit of an advantage with that leg that's not 100%.
Yeah, he doesn't have to identify as to whether or not it's going to get caught. He just goes on contact. It's a beautiful thing about 2 outs and being a base runner. Ball and play, you're on a roll.
Little pop-up, and Colvin has time to get there. So Sean Marshall again with quality pitching out of the Cubs bullpen, still tied at 3. Nine 1-2 spots for Chicago. Mike Fontenot stands in against Wilson. 3-3 game. Fastball for a strike.
95 to introduce himself. And those are the numbers for Brian Wilson.
Well, Heath Bell has an argument, but Wilson may be the best closer in the National League right now. Cubs have a guy who has an argument too. Carlos Marmol. Fontenot part of the double switch, so this is his first at bat of the game. He's a straight left-handed hitter. Ball 2. .32 saves for Wilson, lead the National League. We got Bell, Cordero, Wagner, guys like that behind him. But this is not a save situation. Strike 2.
We've seen some width on that side of the strike zone tonight from right-hander, well, to the outside part of the plate, the left-handed hitters. You haven't seen that much width on the outside power plate to right-hand hitters.
Just misses that time. Full count here to Fontenot, and you got to challenge this guy. Fontenot is not a guy who you would figure, left-handed hitter in this ballpark, is a real threat to hit it out. "3-2, and he strikes him out.
Just staying away.
Well, tonight at 10:30 or after Giants post-game live, Sportsnet Central right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Lots of stuff to talk about tonight with Damon and Henry back in the studio. A recap of this game, 49ers announcement to discuss, and the first practice of the fall for the Cardinal. Tonight at 10:30 or after Giants post-game live right here on Sportsnet Central. Here's Tyler Colvin with one out against Wilson. Tie game in the ninth. Aiming for that same spot on the corner, this time just an inch off the plate. Colvin 1 for 4, knocked in a run with a slow ground ball base hit that found a hole. He does have power. There's a strike.
And most of his power is middle away. He likes to get extended. There you see the 17 home runs.
In this park, that works for a left-handed hitter. A little better than just, say, being a guy who likes to pull the ball as a left-handed hitter. Strike 2. Colvin thought that was below the knees. One-two pitch. Slapped foul.
Ooh, his glove. Catcher interference.
Oh, man. So that's a bad break for the Giants. And Posey will be ticked off. He gets charged with an error there, and the hitter gets to go to first base.
Well, that's the biggest injustice of all. The one thing that a lot of young catchers will do is they'll reach, and you can see that as Posey reached, he put himself in harm's way of the swing. So that's one of those things you have to learn the hard way.
Starlin Castro, 1 for 4 tonight. Very talented rookie. Wilson falls behind in the count, 1-0. Colvin's got speed, so the Giants want to pay attention to him. Cubs were willing to run earlier in the game. Blake DeWitt stole his way into scoring position back in the 6th.
Well, I would really anticipate that we would see Colvin try and go. His legs are good.
Not this time, and Castro hits it foul.
Ryan Wilson, though, is very athletic, and he really helps himself out with how quickly he delivers the ball out of the stretch. He's always under the average.
There are a lot of closers, right, who don't do that.
A lot of guys won't. Guys who have strikeout stuff, they just are so stubborn. They just don't want to shorten up their motion because they think they're giving up stuff.
Another foul ball.
Heads up.
That one got there quickly.
Yeah, making a nice play. Commando style, no glove.
Looks like everybody's okay. Doesn't matter how far down the line you're sitting, you got to be heads up. Tomorrow night's starter watches the Giants closer on the mound in a tie game. The 0-2 from Wilson. Struck him out with a high fastball.
Got in the chase. And again, I mean, when you have a guy that throws mid to high 90s, you're going to start your swing early. And when you start early, you're more susceptible to going out of the strike zone. And here, right across the shoulders, tough to keep a top hand on top of that one.
Part of the reason why we say with Wilson, when he's ahead in the count, when he's throwing strikes, you get that hitter in that two-strike situation. Wilson is so tough. Now, Nady. Foul ball. And again, he jumps ahead, 0-1. Still got to pay attention to Colvin, the runner at first.
Just missed. That is such a wicked little breaking ball. Not a lot of break to it, but late, quick, and he has such good command.
Yep.
We might see that again some point in this at bat.
Nady, the former star from Cal, back in the Bay Area. And he chased one there at 97 miles an hour.
And it always looks faster, too, down around the knees. I mean, I don't know. Hitting instructors tell me that down around the knees, you see a quarter of the ball because you only see a top of it. If the ball gets up around your shoulders, you see half the ball or a whole ball. You know, as he was explaining this, it made sense, especially at that velocity. You just don't see much of the ball.
Good rip by Nady.
He was on it. Good balance in that swing.
So maybe now we'll see that little tight slider. There's the Cubs closer, Carlos Marmol. His numbers are ridiculous. Another 1-2. He struck him out swinging. There was that slider. Wilson keeps it tied. Now Huff, Posey, and company are going to try to win it in the bottom of the ninth. Back in the sixth. Here's how the Giants tied it. Andres Torres after the move to get the left-hander in to turn Torres around. Base hit to left field. Ishikawa scored without a play. Andres Torres tied that game up, and here we are, still tied. Bottom of the ninth, and the heart of the order coming up for the Giants against Sean Marshall. The Cubs setup man, left-handed pitcher. Aubrey Huff, 0 for 2. And he almost gets hit by a first pitch breaking ball. So the count is 1-0 to Aubrey Huff with Posey after that, and then Pat Burrell. Figure the Giants have a real good opportunity here to end it without going to extra innings. That was the good curveball for Marshall. He used that pitch to strike out Torres in the 8th inning. Huff breaks his bat, and Marshall flags it down. 1 away.
Well, it's 6-7. Marshall's got the boarding house reach. Had that ball just ticked off his glove, we may have seen a break from the Giants. But the Giants have not seen a whole lot of breaks tonight.
It has really been a weird game. And Madison Bumgarner was on the wrong end of some bad luck.
Bumgarner really pitched well tonight. Certainly pitched well enough to win. There's that reach back. Nice play from the wingspan. And look at the bat head come whizzing by. Dangerous out there.
In a pretty good fielding position, Sean Marshall. Posey, ball 1. Posey has maybe the most booming hit for the Giants, the double to deep left center field. Knocked in a run in the 5th. A little different kind of breaking pitch there.
Flattened it out.
Posey's also lined out a couple times and hit a ball to deep right center field that was caught. He's 1 for 4.
He wants to throw the curveball again.
And he got Posey to swing and miss.
And that's a good one.
What a weapon for Sean Marshall. Not just against left-handed hitters, but against righties and against good ones. Aaron Rowan getting ready. Strike 3. We're getting a glimpse as to why Sean Marshall's been so good.
Well, he's throwing a lot of confidence. He's throwing all 4 pitches. You don't normally see a setup guy come there and have a field of 4 pitches. And here he just changes sideline and goes right across the chest with a fastball and gets the strikeout.
Maybe the value of being a former starting pitcher. Midway through his career, converted to a reliever.
Such an advantage.
So now Burrow with 2 down. Could not catch the corner with that breaking ball.
The other advantage is if you start out as a starting pitcher and you go into the bullpen, you have a feel of more than 2 pitches. But you also know how to get people out when you don't have good stuff. There's a big part of being a starting pitcher is being able to do that.
Marshall works with a nice tempo. Ball 2.
Looking for just a mistake out there where Burrow can get extended through it because he could send everybody home happy in a hurry.
If he reaches, we'll see Aaron Rowan back. The 2-1. And Burrow to left center field. Pretty well hit. Soriano. And it's off the bottom of the wall. Burrow's got to hustle into second, and he just gets there ahead of Fontenot's tag attempt. Good hustle by Pat Burrow.
And there was the mistake, just a little bit of elevation on the breaking ball, and he goes back and yanks it. A hard line drive. A little top spin on it, hits the base of the wall. And now it's a scamper as he slides safe into second, safe and secure. That's New York Life.
Almost the ultimate bad break. That carom came right back to Soriano.
He went into that bag hard, too.
Nice straight slide. He doesn't have great speed, but that was good hustle there. So now Rowan will hit for Brian Wilson and try to end the game in the bottom of the 9th. Winning run at second base. Can Rowan be the hero? Ball 1. He's done it already this year. That came way back early in the year against Atlanta. He is 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts in his career against this pitcher. Looking for that 1. Good curve. Strike 1.
2 outs. Pat Burrow, who has below average speed, he's going to get a good jump.
Cubs outfield has crept in a bit, looking for a chance for a play at the plate. Throwing just a pop-up. Behind second base, Fontenot. And this game goes to extra innings. Big hitters coming up for the Cubs, still tied at 3.
Who's been a good addition to this Giants bullpen, making his 48th appearance. 34 strikeouts against 18 walks in 44 2/3. And with Ramon Ramirez, you look at low to mid-90s fastball with a changeup and a slider. And he has got one of those golden arms that he could throw 5 times a week, not a problem. Very durable reliever.
You know, we were talking with a couple of folks who know him pretty well as he faces Ramirez and gets the swing and the miss. And they say sometimes he's even better the more he throws. The power part of the order right here. So a challenge for Ramirez. Ball 1. I would guess that Brian Wilson threw 19 pitches in that 9th inning. If the Giants had gone down 1-2-3 and his spot had not come up, we might have seen Wilson for a second inning. But Rowan was used as a pinch hitter. He got Ramirez to chase. A lot of these Cubs hitters will do that. Look of frustration.
Break a ball in the dirt. And he asked himself the same question everybody asks themselves. Why?
Why? Slow chop, rolls foul. This is the 15th extra inning game the Giants have played this year. So no stranger to the 10th inning. Giants had a very bizarre game, but a memorable one. The only game they won in Atlanta was an extra inning game in 11.
Sellout crowd tonight, 41,943 on hand here to celebrate Jerry Garcia Day and watch a big league hardball game.
A lot of them are still here. Right back up the middle, Freddy Sanchez, good range, one down.
How about that play? The only way you make this play is anticipation and a cheat step and a good first jump. And he gets it all. Watch him on top of your screen. I mean, he doesn't even have to backhand the ball. That's how quick he got over it. He got his body in front of it. Nice play. I thought off the crack of the bat, that's a base now.
Good positioning on defense. He was pulled a little bit toward the middle. And that is a big out because Marlon Byrd is a good hitter. Strike one. Bird tonight 1 for 4. He was an all-star. He made that very memorable defensive play in the all-star game. They force out David Ortiz at second base in the 9th inning, helping Jonathan Broxton get the save. There's the scene. Extra inning baseball. Bird ahead of the count. Swings right through that one.
Ramirez not afraid to use that fastball in a challenge situation.
Just acquired from the Red Sox, where he had been pitching well. He got off to a bad start this year, but had been getting better and better as the season had gone on. His 2-2. Low. On deck hitter, Alfonso Soriano. He's got what he wants now, and Bird needed to readjust. Into the hole.
Now you're going to give us some range to your left, and you're going to protect the line mode this late in the ball game. You want to guard against a ball getting down the line to the right side of the third baseman or the left side of the first baseman. And you want to prevent the two-base hit. So in doing so, you give him some of your range to the hole. There you see how close he is to the line. In fact, he had his momentum going to the line.
It could well be that earlier in the game that would have been a fairly routine play for Uribe. Instead, it's a base hit. That's the go-ahead run at first with one out. Oh, man, that caught a piece of Posey.
He's been getting a steady diet of dings lately. And very quickly, Javier Lopez now begins to throw for the Giants in their bullpen.
Bird's running, and Soriano hits it foul. So a hit-and-run play put on by the Cubs bench. Bird will have to go back to first, though. Only 4 steals for Marlon Bird in 5 attempts. He's got pretty good speed, but that was not a straight steal attempt. That could well be the reason Javier Lopez is getting ready. Kosuke Fukudome on deck. The only left-handed hitter still on the bench for the Cubs. To right field and pretty well hit. But not on this night. Aubrey Huff for the out.
I was telling Bob Brentley before the game, in 10.5 years, there's only been 31 home runs hit to right field by right-handed hitters. And he looked at me like I was talking a different language. He says, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yeah, 31. And he's going to believe it after this swing of the bat. I mean, that ball was hit well. It had backspin. And I'm telling you, just about every other yard in America, that thing is out of here. It didn't even reach the wall.
Here in Petco, maybe the only places that one's caught. Bob Brentley may be talking about that on the Cubs telecast right now. So Fukudome and the Giants leave Ramirez in. That's ball one. Fukudome expected to be a big part of this team, but he just has been losing his playing time.
Yeah, he got off to a pretty good start this year, but the last 100 or so at bats, he's just kind of been going south. And this is the time of year that if you're a manager, I mean, you don't care if you hurt some feelings. You're looking for production.
Ball two. Well, the Cubs have a short bench. Fukudome is in here now. They've got Jeff Baker and the banged up Giovanni Soto left, but the Giants bench now is short. They've made a lot of moves to get to this point. The only guy left as far as position players, Eli Whiteside. That's it. Bird, the runner at first, 2-0. Giants may be wondering where that pitch was. Or at least he is.
There you see the lineup card, the dugout for the Cubs.
Ball four. 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter, Fukudome. And that moves Bird as the go-ahead run into scoring position. Now Coy Hill comes up, the switch hitting catcher. Got to get him in there. And now Posey and Ramon Ramirez are going to talk this thing over. How to go after Coy Hill. 1 for 4 in the game. Spot where base hit with Marlon Bird's speed and 2 outs almost certainly will put the Cubs ahead in extra innings. Giants outfielders are not cheating in. They're playing normal depth. There's a strike.
Take advantage of that wide zone to left-handed hitters on the outside part.
Bounce that one, and Posey somehow blocked it. I don't know how. He bounced that how many feet in front of home plate?
Well, it becomes a block and then it's self-preservation.
Oh, he not only blocked it, he got it clean.
Well, there's some balls you have a tendency to get to.
Yeah.
And that may have been one of them.
That was a must stop.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's a must stop.
Now Ramirez 1 strike from getting through this 10th inning, giving the Giants a shot in the bottom of the 10th. Fans are trying to help Ramon Ramirez. New Giant out. First outing in a home uniform with the Giants. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch, low. Ground ball and a diving stop for Ishikawa. Ramirez for the putout. Nice play. Keeps the game tied. Uribe in the bottom of the 10th when we come back.
between the Cubs and the San Francisco Giants, and Greg Maddux discusses on the mound how he's going to pitch to Will Clark, and Will thinks he sees fastball away. That's exactly what he sees, and goes big fly with the bases loaded. That is actually what sparked pitchers and catchers covering their faces with their gloves on the mound. That's what they do today to cover up their strategy. Fellas?
Well, that definitely is an historical fact. The game changed after that swing of the bat by Will Clark. Will the next day came right out of the paper, says, yeah, I read his lips. Thrilled. And that ruined it. From then on, pitchers, they smartened up.
It was fun to talk to Will about that. New pitcher for the Cubs, Marcos Matteo, who has been at AAA. Matteo in a tie game, bottom of the 10th. The Giants have a chance to win it. And maybe the reason they do with a single run is this play by Travis Ishikawa.
Wrestling match going right down there, parallel to the ground. Straightens up, throws a strike to Ramirez. That, folks, is the big leagues. And now we're going to see Marcos Matteo one more time for Ish. Going down. And I think the throw to Ramirez was as good as the catch.
Well, Ishikawa would hit second here if Uribe doesn't end it right now. He's a guy who's capable. Matteo just called up, and here he is in a tie game in extra innings. Ball one. It was this spot of the order that got a rally started in the 8th inning. Uribe led off with a walk. 2-0.
Slider just missed. Got a little bit of a sling to his low three-quarter delivery.
Giants would take a walk here. I mean, they love when Uribe gets a chance to swing the bat, but it set things up for that guy. Did not have to be a strike.
Yeah, it was a pitcher strike. But Gorman is an umpire. I think we'll look for strikes at 3-0 counts. I always like that about him.
Strike two.
Take it all away.
Can't do that now. From 3-0 to 3-2, Matteo works quickly. Uribe strikes out. 94 miles an hour.
So that is a nice comeback, and this young right-hander will gain a little confidence from that 3-0 to strike out at that.
It looked like maybe he was a little tight coming in, missing, and a couple of those first three pitches were not real close, but didn't look real tight, bouncing back to strike out Juan Uribe. Now Ishikawa made the great defensive play in the top of the 10th. High fastball. Ishikawa took a whack at it. Marcos Mateo's big league debut here tonight. Foul ball. And now he's in a strike throwing mode.
Hill wanted the elevator fastball. Looking for a mistake with 2 strikes. Defend.
Ramirez with a diving stop. Can he throw him out? No!
Tell you what, though, he saved the 2-bagger. That was a nice piece of backhanded glove work by Aramis Ramirez. Ball gets by him, a good chance for an extra base hit. Trying to get him from his knees. Tough to get a guy with a 3-hopper.
Yeah. Well, the manager's coming out here not to make a change, just to talk about things with Freddy Sanchez coming up. Pretty animated discussion.
Alan Trammell, good baseball man. Just wants to make sure everybody's on the right page.
He's had big league managerial experience.
It is that time. It's rally that time.
It's a tense game tonight here. Giants fans know what's at stake. Giants have had to play from behind. The Cubs scored 2 of their 3 in the first inning.
The Giants come out with 2 and 4 road trip. They want to get back on the winning side of things here in this 7-game homestand.
So now Freddy Sanchez against Matteo. He jumped out of the way, and it was a strike.
Kind of a backup slider, too. That kind of unnerves a guy. The very first time you see a guy's breaking ball, it doesn't do diddly. Now you're thinking, is that going to be the breaking ball? Has he got one that has some break to it? That was a backup slider and a pearl.
Winning run at first. That's Ishikawa. He's running, and a foul ball.
Hit and run.
Bruce Bochy put a play on there. Sanchez just cued it foul. Cubs, the way they're aligning defensively here with the right-handed hitter up, they've got Ramirez, who is cheating over toward the line, and with the double play in order, Castro, the shortstop, toward the middle. Second baseman Fontenot toward the middle. There's a lot of holes on that infield. 0-2. Stays alive. He has really been fighting it lately. Sanchez walked as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. He's just 1 for his last 16 at the plate. Strikes out swinging there.
Coy Hill slapping that ground. He wanted that breaking ball, and it's exactly where Matteo threw it.
2 down for Andres Torres.
And that's how you use count leverage if you're a pitcher.
Yeah.
You're in an 0-2, 1-2 count. That's a good pitch.
Torres gets to bat left-handed here. If he can get one into the gap, Ishikawa at first base, going on contact with 2 down. We'll see. Torres has had a lot of extra base power from this side of the plate. Maybe not worried about the steal, but the Cubs thinking about the jump Ishikawa's getting, the lead he's getting off first. A lot of room out there. Base hit and headed toward the corner. Ishikawa sprinting and a bobble in the corner. Tim Flannery's going to send him. The relay, the slide. They got him at home plate. And Ishikawa just could not get around that tag. What a relay throw by Fontenot, cutting down the winning run. And so the game goes to the 11th, just inches away. On to the 11th, and here's how the Cubs kept it tied in the bottom of the 10th.
Well, a crisp line drive down the hole, and Tyler Colvin come over to get it. He slides and then bobbles it, and that's when Tim Flannery decides to take a gamble. But Mike Fontenot throwing a one-hop strike right to Coy Hill, and it had to be perfect. You talk about putting the pressure on the defense, make him come up with a play. Well, that's exactly what they did, and that's the big leagues. Coy Hill putting the tag on, and Travis Ishikawa never touched the plate. And that from our Ultra Motion, our Ultra Mo slow-mo. And everybody ready to celebrate, and it's going to have to wait just a little bit longer.
The pressure of a pennant race, and an exciting play. The Cubs executed after that bobble perfectly, and here's the key guy in that relay, Mike Fontenot, against the new pitcher, Javier Lopez.
Make a great play, you get to lead off.
Yeah. And with 2 down, you can see why the Giants were willing to challenge there, take a chance to win the game.
Well, Travis Ishikawa has average speed at best, but I still think it's a good play from Flannery's standpoint. He made them make a play, and they did. Here are Javier Lopez's numbers, and he has been fantastic since putting on the orange and black.
Fontenot, foul ball. Giants used him quite a bit on this last road trip. He pitched 1 time in that Sunday night game to finish off the Dodgers series, faced 1 hitter here. So this is his 2nd outing as a Giant in his home ballpark. But he has already become an important part of this bullpen. His job, keep it tied, get it to the bottom of the 11th, still 3-3. He's facing Fontenot, a left-hander, and Colvin, a left-hander, is on deck. Strike 3 swinging.
That's the thing about him that's impressive is he's got some velocity from down in Laredo. Guys that throw down sidearm or below, they don't normally have 90 miles per hour. You know, Brian Fuentes is one, but Javier Lopez has showed us that he's got a good velocity fastball from down there.
You know, we've seen him in the past, and I don't remember that from him. I never thought of him exactly that way. But you're right, that's not just a one-time pitch. He's shown that basically every time he's been on the mound. Colvin right through another one of those fastballs. So Lopez, he's going to be an important piece for Bruce Bochy. While Affeldt and Runzler are still on the disabled list, he's the only lefty the Giants have in the pen.
Well, we're getting good news, though, daily from Jeremy Affeldt, Dan Runzler. Won't be long.
Yeah, those guys are making a lot of progress. He's feeling better. 2-1.
And when it's all said and done, come September 1st, this is going to be a pretty good staff. Real good staff.
Pretty good the way it is right now. Add Affeldt and Runzler and maybe some other reinforcements. Strike 2. Todd Wellemeyer today was designated for assignment, the move that brought Emmanuel Burris to the big leagues. Giants are optimistic that they'll keep him in the organization, and maybe he's a guy we could see again. Strike 3, swinging. 2 down and 2 swinging strikeouts for Lopez.
Just buries a fastball right through him. And the Cubs bullpen, since the 7th inning, have struck out 8 Cubs hitters.
A lot of good stuff out of that Giants pen. Another one from Lopez. So 2 down. Chris Ray is up in the Giants pen, right-hander. Castro, base hit. So the right-handed hitter comes through, and now we'll see if Bruce Bochy makes a move with Nady coming up. 2 down, bases empty. He was going to stick with the lefty. Runner on, that could change. And it looks like yes, no.
He's thinking about it. Problem is, you get into these situations, you figure, how many innings do I have per guys left?
So Chris Ray is going to come into this game. Bochy's coming out. Tie game, top of the 11th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. And another pitcher on for the Giants, a right-hander, Chris Ray. The right-handed hitters are lined up coming up here now for the Cubs, so Ray is into the ballgame.
And these are his numbers combining the year with the Rangers and the Giants. 51st time he's come in. He's been a workhorse. And he's been on a roll of late, really throwing the ball well. Mid-90s fastball with a good hard slider. And nice command.
He did give up a run yesterday in Atlanta, pitched an inning and threw 19 pitches. Giants only have one more arm in the bullpen after Ray, Santiago Casilla.
And Ray can give you more looks, too, than just the fastball slider. He's got a curveball and a split.
Xavier Nady is the hitter. Castro's at first. He's got 5 steals in 8 tries. Chris Ray's going to do what he can to interrupt the timing of Castro in case he's thinking about stealing his way into scoring position. It would be a big play with 2 outs. 93 with that first fastball.
A lot of deception in his motion to him. He gives you a lot of elbows and kneecaps and body parts flying at you. Really drops down and winds up before he cuts it loose. But he can be quick out of the stretch. Give a catcher a chance to throw out a runner at first if they decide to steal.
1-1 to Nady. You got Nady, Ramirez, Bird, Soriano. The heart of the order is all right-handed tonight for the Cubs. Pulled that one well outside. Bumgarner, Moda, Romo, Wilson, Ramirez, Lopez, now Ray. Bruce Bochy's used almost everybody. Runner goes. And a ground ball toward the hole. Backhand play. Renteria takes his time and throws out Nady. So Chris Ray gets that out, and another shot for the Giants in the bottom of the 11th.
At our AT&T trivia question early in the game, and we said, who was the winningest pitcher in the lifetime of Jerry Garcia? We said it was Steve Carlton, when in fact it was Warren Spahn. So we apologize, and we thank our viewers for keeping us honest and emailing and texting us and writing us letters and spray painting it on the sidewalks outside the ballpark that we were wrong.
A protest was mounting, but we have made the correction. Warren Spahn, 363 career wins.
363.
Left-hander.
That was the correct answer.
All right, here we go. Back to present day. Giants trying to win this one in the bottom of the 11th against the rookie Matteo. Edgar Renteria to get it started. And a pop-up. Soriano got a late break. Hustling in, and nobody can get to it. Now Renteria is retreating back to first. He got at least halfway to second and decided to go back.
Wow. Well, definitely a break. A pure Texas leaguer. Right there between everybody. And Soriano winds up saving 90 feet with a nice play to get off a quick throw that froze Renteria and sent him back to first base. Renteria sniffing two bags. They had a good jump, and watch how big of a lead he had. And then he opts to be conservative. And I think he opted wisely.
So there's a winning run on. Nobody out. And the Cubs are going to pay close attention to Renteria. With a big swing, we saw that big swing from Edgar. That might have frozen Soriano, because I did not think he got a very good jump on it from left. See if Huff maybe can pull a ball through that hole on the right side. We got a Huff, then Posey. Tie game. Strike one. Huff walked a couple times against Zambrano. Since then has gone 0 for 3. Just off the plate.
Just missed.
Good take, as it turned out, by Aubrey Huff.
Cubs are staying on that outside corner. And Aubrey Huff will go with that location. Now they're set in.
He pulls it into right field. Renteria will make the turn. And now the Giants have it set up here. First and third, nobody out. So Aubrey Huff snaps out of a 1 for 18 with a line drive hit at a perfect time.
The one time they came in, it was left right out over the plate. So the target intention was good. The execution of the pitch was not. And Aubrey Huff jumping all over the mistake. And that's going to set up an extreme defensive set. Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, is going to call timeout and come out and talk about it.
And they may walk Posey just to put the force play on at home and see if they can't cut down the run at home plate.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do, is set up a force in every bag. Plus, when you have a guy who's been swinging the bat like Posey, you probably don't want to pitch to him anyway. And you have a young pitcher out there, Matteo, who, if you say, all right, you have an open base here, don't give him much to hit, you're not really sure if he knows how to handle it.
Well, the kid may not have a chance to be the hero. The Giants, if they do walk Posey, the guy who's been by far the best Giants hitter over the last week or so would come up, Pat Burrell. 2 doubles tonight, couple of walks. So we'll see what Rothschild, Matteo, and company decide to do. Whatever they do, you put big-time pressure on the defense.
Now they're going to walk Posey.
And I think they know that Burrow's hot. The fans aren't going to be happy, but I think you're right. In this kind of spot, the percentages just tell you got to give yourself a chance at the plate.
And hear that sound?
Yes.
That's a lot of ticked-off deadheads here. Not happy.
Usually pretty mellow group.
But you're right about one thing. Pat Burrell has been money in these scenarios. And he knows it. This guy not happy.
Posey takes a walk. Giants fans standing up, ready for this game to end. In the 10th, the Giants had a possible winning run cut down at home plate. Last time they ended a game against the Cubs with one of those so-called walk-off hits 8 years ago. Infield in, outfield in. Burrow. A high drive, and that's going to do it. Marlon Byrd will go back and make the catch anyway, but Renteria tags. Here he comes home, and the Giants have won the game in the 11th. Pat Burrow, what else did you expect? Gets the job done again. Easy, boys.
Well, that's exactly what they had hoped to do. Get off to a good start of this homestand, coming off that 2-4 road trip. And Pat Burrow, one of the leaders on this team, doing it on the first pitch he sees from a guy he knew nothing about. And plenty of distance. And that's secured the win. Safe and secure, New York life. Pat Burrow with a walk-off sac fly.
He knew it. So Pat Burrow and the Giants get it done. They had to come from behind. They fell behind 2-0 in the first inning. But the Giants get the job done. In 11, they beat the Cubs. Final score, Giants 4, Cubs 3. Giants post-game live with interviews and the wrap coming up. But first, let's go to the Comcast studios for an update from Sports.